Once you have placed plumbing fixtures and pipe connectors as needed, and then created piping systems to represent the plumbing systems in your project, you just need to place piping to connect all the components. In this project, there is a restroom group in the south portion of the building. I'll zoom into this area. When I select a water closet, a couple things appear. There is a grip on the plumbing fixture element itself, as well as an icon with a leader attached to the grip. The grip represents a pipe connector. You can actually drag the grip to drag the element, or you can right-click on the grip and choose Draw Pipe to begin creating pipe from that connector. However, when I choose Draw Pipe, a Select Connector dialog appears. This is because there are two connectors at different elevations that appear in the same place in Plan View. So we can choose which connector we want to begin creating pipe from. I'll click Cancel to close the dialog and then click Modify. With the plumbing fixture selected, you can also click on the icon to begin creating a pipe segment from the associated connector. If there are multiple connectors in the same location, but at different elevations, a Select Connector dialog will appear. Also, depending on the system classification of the pipe connector, the icon shows a different symbol. For example, if I select one of the lavatories, you can see several different icons, along with the size of the pipe connector and the flow direction. I'll click one of the icons to begin creating a pipe from that connector. When laying out a system, you need to pay attention to the diameter and offset in the options bar, as well as the slope value in the contextual ribbon. You can modify any of these values before you create a pipe segment. You can also modify these values after a pipe segment has been placed. However, depending on the connections of the pipe, the offset can be hard to modify after the pipe has been created. I'll click Modify to end the command. Next, I'll switch to the 3D Plumbing Plan view. I'll zoom into the south portion of the building and select a water closet. On the Modify Plumbing Fixtures contextual ribbon, pay attention to the tools in the Layout panel. Here, we have Generate Layout, Generate Placeholder, and Connect Into. These tools are helpful when laying out plumbing systems. The Generate Layout tool provides different layout solutions to add selected components to a piping system. The Generate Placeholder tool is pretty much the same, only it uses pipe placeholders besides actual pipe elements. Lastly, Connect Into will create a physical connection between a selected component and a pipe. I'll click Generate Layout. Revit displays the Select a System dialog. Since the water closet belongs to two piping systems, we can select which system we want to generate a layout for. I will select the sanitary system and then click OK. When I do, Revit goes into Generate Layout mode. Within a few seconds, several solutions have been provided. In the Options bar, you can expand the Solution Type drop-down and choose one of the solution types: network, perimeter, or intersections. There are various layouts for each type. For example, I'll choose perimeter. Notice that for this solution type, there are 4 layouts. We are currently viewing one of 4. You can use the Next Solution and Previous Solution buttons to view the various layouts. Also, if you have not specified the pipe conversion settings in the Mechanical Settings dialog, you can do so now by clicking Settings. This opens the Pipe Conversion Settings dialog. As you can see, these settings are for the sanitary system type. You can control all the settings in the Mechanical Settings dialog. For the main and branch settings, I'll change the offset to 1 foot, or 300 millimeters in the metric file. Then I'll click OK to close the dialog. Next, I'll use solution 1 of 4 and then change the slope value in the contextual ribbon to 1/8 of an inch per 12 inches, or 1% in the metric file. As you can see, the system is running out of the building to a pipe connector. However, if the pipe connector was not present, you could use the Place Base tool. This will place a base in the system to establish a source or an outlet for the flow. Also, if you do not see a solution that you like or want to modify a solution, you can choose Edit Layout in the contextual ribbon. Then you can select and move any of the main and branch pipe route paths. You can also select Remove from System to remove any of the components from the system layout, or Add to System to add a component back into the system. Once you are satisfied with the layout solution, you can click Finish Layout and Revit will generate the layout. Once the layout is generated, several warnings appear. When I zoom into the restroom group, you can see that Revit has some issues with the water closets and urinals. However, depending on how detailed you need it to model your system, this could be a good start. As you can see, there are several methods to use when laying out your plumbing systems. Just pay attention to the elevation of your piping and remember that most parameters can be modified after the piping has been created.